Hi everyone, this is another episode, actually second part of the 27 facts about black cats. And before we start, we do want to remind you to follow us on Spotify or subscribe on Apple Podcasts, as well as use our chicocast.com website to listen to our podcast and find great information. Today, on the second part of this episode, we have Cheryl, our practice manager, and Bre, our certified assistant, with us again. Hi, ladies.
Hello.
Hello.
So I will let you start with number 14, Bre.
All right, so number 14 fun fact is black cat is the most popular children's Halloween costume. Perhaps it's the simplicity that makes the costume so appealing, or maybe it's the fact that children can acknowledge the elegance and beauty of a black cat. But whatever the reason, children wear the cat ears and black leotards for Halloween more often than any other costume.
I think adults do too, don't you think?
Yeah.
I think adults do too, right?
It's a simple girl costume. Black, you can just put on a pair of black pants, black shirt, and some ears, draw on some whiskers, you're set.
As a person who didn't have too much Halloween experience, this is new to me. It's interesting, but I will pay attention to kids now and see if that's the case still or not.
Right. Or if you go to a grown-up party, whatever, see if that happens. So, number 15, black cats could have stopped the Black Death plague throughout Europe. Here is a cautionary tale about how dangerous the superstitions surrounding black cats can be. Back in the Middle Ages, rat populations were not controlled, and the bubonic plague spread like wildfire. If the cats were available and able to have hunted, they would have killed the plague-carrying rats. European histories might have been very different if this was the case. Don't know much about the plague, so I can't respond to that one. That was before my time.
Take your word for it.
Lost reaction with that one.
Makes sense though.
This is number 16. Next is the temperament of a black cat is no different from any other cat or any other color. The fact is black cats are cats. That's it. Some black cats are loving and affectionate. Others a little more aloof. Some black cats are playful balls of energy. Others want to snooze all day. Some black cats are incredibly vocal. Others quieter than the metaphorical mouse. You get the picture. So it's basically about any other cats. Sometimes people say calicos are a little bit more
talkative or spicy.
But in fact, I've seen many very calm and lovable calicos, and also spicy ones. So I think it goes for any cats, as far as I know.
Cats are cats, in other words. Yeah. Doesn't make your difference what color they are.
What's next?
So up next, we have black cats are believed to be more resilient to disease. So this one I think is particularly interesting. There's one thing that does separate black cats from other colors, and that is that the feline immunodeficiency virus, otherwise known as FIV, which is a condition similar to HIV in humans, can plague certain cats. Immunity to this virus is a side effect of the melanism that gives black cat their coloring. So it also gives them a little extra protection, scientists are finding.
They have like superpowers in this case.
Wow, that's cool.
Superpower to have.
I wonder if that makes a difference if they even just have a little bit of that black tabby that they were saying. If that
like
just
a tortie or cowlet, if you just have a
little more
tufts.
dominant black in them. Yeah.
Be interesting to look up.
We'll have to do a little research on that one.
Maybe we can say if you have a black cat, your medical expenses might be a little bit less.
That might be.
Just to promote adoption of black cats.
Might be fun to check that out. Number 18. Black cats sometimes live longer than other colors. I like how it says sometimes. If black cats are less likely to get sick, there must be a knock-on effect. How long do black cats live? Black cat is not a promise for immortality or invincibility, though. These cats are just as likely as any other to fall victim to all kinds of health problems and unfortunate accidents. If you have a black cat, offer them as much care and attention as you would any other.
Another superpower here. It's like a vampire black cat that lives forever. I wish it was true.
We're kind of learning that, aren't we?
I know. Makes you want to adopt a black cat as we read more about it.
Exactly.
19 is all male kittens born to a black cat will have black fur. So Male kittens inherit their fur color from their mothers. This means that a male born to a black female will be black too. Interesting. I did not know that personally. The coloring of the father will be involved somewhere, but the dominant black gene will rule. If the father was also black cat, however, the kitten will likely be very dark.
Wow, that's interesting to know that their fur colors come from their moms. Did you know that about all male kittens? That's interesting.
I kind of knew that there's more impact of the mother part, but I did not know about black cats specifically, taking it from the mother side.
The side of it.
I wonder if that's the same for all cats too, though. I mean, if it's just particularly for black cats, or if like the mom's white, if your babies are more apt to be white.
Well, it does say male kittens get their fur color from their mothers, so that would mean that all the way across. Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, check that out when we have kittens next time.
Following that up, there are more male black cats than female. The above fact may explain why they outnumber black female cats, and the more black cats that mate, however, the more dominant black genes that will be spread.
Black fur can fade to brown in excessive sun. Number 21. If you've ever glanced at your black cat and thought they looked ginger, you're correct. In addition, a few black cats being purely black, their fur can rust in the sun. Prolonged exposure to the sun's rays can change the shade of the black cat's fur. We refer to this as rusting because it turns a shade of orange. This is because the sun's rays are breaking down the cat's melanin pigment. Also, red is another dominant color gene in the cat fur. As a result, the tabby pattern in your cat's DNA will be exposed.
I want to say something about this. As a person who owns a cat that's only white and another cat that's pure black, I have the black and white team there. It's interesting to see how much my black cat likes to be, in the sun or lay where the sun directly comes into my apartment. And also interesting to observe how my white cat is trying to avoid that at all times. And I know they're more susceptible to type of cancers by being in the sun more. And you could almost think that they know that and they're like, oh, I better avoid this. I don't have sunscreen on me today, So
I wonder if their body temperature changes, I have...
Because they absorb it more instead of reflect.
Yeah.
And even if she lays on the sun, I pay attention, and she does it for a very short amount of time, maybe a few minutes, and then she walks away from it right away. The white one.
Interesting.
So I just wanted to share that.
That's interesting. I think they kind of know about that stuff, don't you?
So we're on number 22 now. That's black cats have their own appreciation day. Get out your diary and ensure that August 17th is marked. This is Black Cat Appreciation Day. Bre, you share a lot of cat days or special cat celebrations on our Facebook page. Have you had any chance to do any Black Cat Appreciation?
We did one, I believe, earlier this year because I compiled pretty much everyone at this hospital has a black cat, and so we try to include all of them in our little blurb, and we asked all of our clients and followers to also post a picture too. So we got a lot of feedback from that. Everyone likes to show us their babies. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so on to number 23. A black cat once inherited a $15 million fortune. So the story behind that was a woman in Rome. Here you'll find Tomasina, a formerly stray black cat turned millionaire. So Maria Assunta adopted Tomasina from the streets and quickly fell in love with him. When Miss Assunta passed away in 2011 at age 94, she left her entire $15.6 million fortune to Tomasia in her will. But despite this windfall, Tomasia was only the third richest animal in the world at the time. He was, however, the richest cat.
Wow.
Now, I assume this cat got the most expensive and fancy food and litter and cat trees and probably the most comfortable
gold-plated bowls. And
I bet there was a line for people to be his caretaker as well.
Suddenly, everybody loved him.
No stigma surrounding that bad boy.
Exactly.
So 24 says there is a cafe in Japan that is devoted to black cats, but for people who listen to us, I know there are also cat cafes spreading in states now too. It's like this trending thing, right? But this one, number 24, says black cat lovers owe it to themselves to make a pilgrimage to Himeji in Japan. This small town is home to Nekobiyaka, a cat cafe. So far, so what? There are dozens of cat cafes all over Japan. Nekobiyaka, however, is dedicated exclusively to black cats. I like that. That's pretty cool.
That is
That's
neat.
the first I've heard of that, because there are when I was in Southern California, we had quite a few cat cafes as well, but it was a variety. It wasn't just black.
Yeah, there's a little bit more information. It says anybody can sip a coffee while playing with an adorable black cat in this cafe. Each feline is adorned with a different colored bandana to avoid any identify confusion.
Well, that's probably what you need. Like, that's how they do it, like with little baby kittens. That when I always have like black fosters, we do a little like band around the neck so you can tell who's who, because they just look so
exactly
similar.
the same.
Like you mentioned before with the pictures. I mean, if black cat would run away. Good luck finding it from pictures.
Yeah, pictures would be difficult. Gotta see them in person.
Number 25, older black cats turn gray, often one white patch at a time. It's not just cat owners that see their hair fade to gray over time. Black cats also find their lustrous fur changing color as they age. The truth is, this happens to all felines. It's just more noticeable with black cats as they are darker to begin with. These pets will develop patches of gray or white fur, which gradually spread throughout their body. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've paid attention and saw some black cats having more like mixed gray hair.
Whitish.
You've probably seen it here too as patients come and go. It's I think it's a fact.
Nature. Yeah.
Do you see them get their face a little bit or muzzle like a dog does, where they get a little more gray? Do cats seem to do that, or does it seem to be all over their bodies more?
All over the body.
Too.
Yeah, chest,
in their chest.
Chest a lot, but also on the back and dorsal area. They get it all mixed.
Or just flecked more, you know what I mean? Like you just kind of see like little.
Yeah.
That's how I feel with my black cat Frankie. Like as he's only a few years old, but I notice a little bit more white flecks through him as he's grown up.
And not really related to this, but kind of about changing the fur or the color. I've seen cats, and Bre probably saw that too, as they grow and when they're kitten to the adult age, sometimes the whole color can change. That's very interesting to watch too.
Yeah, and their coats sometimes. I have my Peach. She's a long-haired peach orange cat.
Yeah.
I know, clever. But when I look back at baby pictures, she was so much more white with just a couple like orange patches, and she appeared to be short hair. So like if I had ever lost her as a an adult, like a small adult,
like a teenager.
I call them cattens, but apparently no one else has heard that word. But if I had like lost her at that age and then found her again as an adult, I wouldn't have thought that was the same cat, because her coat is so long and it's so much more orange now. So
kind of like they hit puberty and their hairstyle changes or something like children do or something.
All right, so number 26, black panthers are leopards and jaguars. So these black cats are frequently subject to misunderstanding. These animals are not independent species. Black panther is the catch-all term for other big cats with melanism.
I always feel like black cats are tiny little panthers anyways.
I know.
So our last one is number 27. Black Cat is the name and costume of a Marvel Comics superhero. To conclude with a bit of fun, Marvel uses the codename Black Cat for a character. Black Cat, aka Felicia Hardy, is a cat burglar bestowed with feline-themed superpowers. I've never watched this. Have you guys seen it?
No. I heard of Black Panther as a Marvel.
I've heard of Marvel, but I'm not into. I haven't watched kind of that stuff. My husband probably would know what that is.
Yeah.
So some of the superpowers include agility and night vision, talents, and the ability to inflict misfortune upon her enemies. I like that. Black Cat even dated Spider-Man in the comic books. We're sure to see her in a big budget blockbuster sooner or later.
That's probably the truth.
Yeah, they've done all the rest of them, so we'll probably get...
So it's in a comic book, but it's not made in a movie.
It hasn't,
movie,
right.
Like Catwoman and Spider-Man, but they're kind of Green Lantern. Like they're just making their way down the line.
There's like Batwoman now or something new coming out. I don't know. So
well, it's nice. I like the superpower of giving somebody a misfortune.
And how appropriate that it's a cat, right?
That ends it, right?
Yes, that's it.
So if you guys like these Black Cat facts and are interested in us doing other list of different, parts of
Fun facts.
sites of facts of cats, then let us know through our Facebook or Instagram or website. And I think this is it, right, guys?
Yeah.
Sounds
Till
good.
next time.
Okay, so don't forget to subscribe to our podcast on Apple Podcast or follow us on Spotify. Or if you don't use any of those, you can still listen to us on chillcats.com and share it with others.
And on YouTube.
Oh, and YouTube, yes. Free to watch on YouTube as well. Although there's no video, there's definitely the sound, and each episode is published on YouTube as well.
Great.
Well, thank you, Bre, and thank you, Cheryl.
Thanks, Sam.
Yeah. Thank you.
And we'll see you guys another time. Bye-bye.
Bye.